Now let's look at office premium. So I'm going to go back and look at this question. So remember, pure premium is the premium where we ignore, okay, only consider benefits, we ignore expenses and profit. Well, the office premium, we include expenses and profit and all sorts of other things, and they're just added in a simple and practical way. Okay, so we're going to do the same question, okay, but this time we're going to add in a couple of features. So we're going to assume there is £5 cost to each premium, and there is a £3,000 cost to payment of claim. Okay, and let's assume there is also a £5,000 cost of sale. Okay, so now what we're going to do, well, let's just go back and look at our original equation. Okay, the pure premium was solved from this equation of value. So now we have a pure premium okay times a, so we've got the same amount of money coming in, the money that must, and the way to think of this is the premium has to pay for everything. So which side of the equation I'm going to get on. So you might get confused here and think there's a £5 cost of each premium, so I'll add that here. That's the wrong way to think about it. The right way to think about it is the premiums that come in from the policyholder have to pay for all the benefits and all the expenses. So you put the premiums on this side and you put everything else on this side. Okay, well, let's start by putting the benefit on this side. Okay, and then let's put all the other costs on, because this premium simply got to pay for all the other costs. So we've got £5,000 at point of sale. Well, that just adds £5,000 on. Okay, the £3,000 cost on payments of claim is just £3,000, but that's going to have exactly the same features as the actual payment assurance. Okay, so that's just going to be, and obviously you can group them together to make it, to simplify the calculation. So that's how we're going to put in the £3,000 cost of payment of claim, and then there's a £5 cost on the payment of each premium. Well, £5 on the payment of each premium, remember, is £60 per year, because they're payable 12 times a year. So that's the easiest way to make a mistake in this type of question. I've marked plenty of these, and that is one of the common ways of making a mistake. So that is 60 times, and it's this same annuity because it's payable on each premium. Okay, so I just put that in there. Okay, so it's a little bit of exam technique. Obviously you're not going to sort of go along and work that out one by one. You're going to work that out, okay, and you're going to reuse it there. You're going to work that out and you're going to reuse it there, and you just do the algebra. It's as simple as that. Okay, so that's how we do office premiums, that's how we deal with expenses. You can make it slightly more complicated by saying they want to make a profit of, say, 5% of the premium. Okay, so each premium, so the total costs must be only 95% of the total premiums that come in. Okay, so all you have to do by that is multiply 0.95 there. So that 5% of that premium will be profit and 95% will cover the benefits and the costs. So, but it's all just common sense then, okay? All you're doing is this equation of value, and you've got these formulas which you now know how to work out. Okay, so that is the office premium.